All right. In this ThreaderGen demo, we're going to look at the script node. Now, the script node is, let's bring one up. It's a node that is meant to do a lot of different things. So I didn't want to add like a zillion little image manipulation tools or um, JSON manipulation tools. I wanted to just have one tool that I could say what I wanted and it would just do it for me. So I came up with the idea of the script node, and what it does is it takes the input um, from another node, obviously, and it generates a script, and then that script is executed in order to um, generate the content that the node does. So in this first example, we're going to take this dog eating pizza, and we're going to say colorize, and we're going to give it some controls. Let's see here, R, G, and B. And that's all we're going to say. We're going to hit generate here, and it takes a little bit, so we're going to come back to that. Here's an example where I just asked it to invert the color, and it takes the cat eating the pizza and inverts it. It's as simple as that. It's, if this is what I wanted it to do, it did it. So that's pretty good. And then here's one that has an example of using the control. So here we're asking to pixelate the image, and I gave it a control, and it's over here on the left. But if I move it to the right, you can see that it changes how pixelated it is. So I find this interesting in a couple of different ways. One is that I didn't even tell it really about the tool, but the framework or the context that this agent runs in to generate the script is told about, that it's got input, it's told that there's a tool, and then it has a way to specify what it's outputting. So with very little, um, saying very little, you get something that's pretty powerful. You can see that it is a little bit slow, and that's because every time it moves, it's running a Python script in this case, and doing the work on the image. So it's not exactly like in memory, but once these are packaged up, these projects are packaged up and run, as part of a content generation workflow, they typically get run once, and it's not to whatever value you set. So I'm not too concerned about that performance issue. It's mostly just the display. Well, I mean, it's pretty good, right? Um, Here's another version of that, and I just asked it to rotate. And this time I gave it a little bit more direction. I said, it should go from 0 to 360, or that's what the input should mean. So if you move this, it rotates the cat, and so all the way left is 0 presumably, and that's 360, so it's not rotated, but then anywhere in between, and you get a different rotation. Um, So it doesn't work just on images, it also works on structured content. So this is sort of the main toolbox when you've got, structured content that you need to just rearrange for whatever reason. And the easiest way to do that is you just write a structured node and say what you want. So in this case, a bit of a contrived example, but I have this array of character descriptions. They have a name and history and some other stuff. And I've asked this uh, script node to create a new map, and in this time map the characters' names to their history. So maybe the next tool downstream wants to iterate on those, or uses the names as a key to pull out the history that it's concerned with. It's just made up example. But anyway, you can see that sure enough, it created a map where we have the name and the history in the way that we described. So it was able to restructure the data. And of course, this one's quite quick because it's just some text manipulation. So let's go back and take a look at our original example, all the way back up here. It looks like the it has finished generating the script. So let's take a little look at the output and put it up there. And we'll turn this on so that our changes down here are applied immediately. And we can see that, sure enough, we're able to um, apply these color changes to the image. So again, all I said was colorized and gave it three tools, and it inferred from the set of tools and the labels I gave them what it was I intended. So it's a very lightweight, and of course you can, if it doesn't do exactly what you want, you just tell it what it did wrong, and it takes another crack at it. So anyway, that's my demo of the script node. Like and subscribe.